Good evening, good evening, good evening. Mwasiba muta abatoro n'abatoro kati basiba gusa inganjani zaiti mwena abantu connected live on this broadcast. Tukibasima muno kusobora okundera en programu yaitu buli kiro kya sande ntemerire muno kurora nti omugenyi waitu omukuru tubaire tulindiriire kurugira naira Overkweta, Asiti, Mrs. Monica Rugombora is live with us in the studio. So, Mtere Kanuna, so agenda kutandika program yeite nuno officially, program Overkweta, Voice of Tooro from the Diaspora. Mwijuke program enuna eri mu ndimi ibiri, eri mu rurimi orujungu kandi eri no mu rurimi orutoro. Eno program ikatandika omwezi ogw'ikumi umwaka gw'2021 omutere kanuna nshima mukama tukize emyezi mukaga buli kiro ntuba live on this broadcast bikiro nimbanyaho abantu baitu abo bujunanizibwa abali mu Tooro region bikiro nimbanyaho abantu baitu abali talented abantu baitu abali successful omukikaro kyete kya Tooro region and from the diaspora. So omutere kanuna tajja kutandika programu yaitu officially ninja kutere ekizinga kya Tooro national anthem. Then after Tooro national anthem we invite our guest speaker for today to start immediately. Mukama abampera omugisa kandi nimbasaba musharinge this broadcast to other media platforms to be a blessing to other people. Mukama abaha omugisa. nimbaramutya omulundi ogundiijo inywena abantu baitu abali live on this program abatooro n'abatooro kati nikusiima mukama habwokuba andinzire nisiima mukama habw'obwomeezi bwanyu inywena na famire zanyu omukaire kanula twaja kutandika programu yaitu enungi eyibakweta voice of Tooro from the Diaspora. Ninja kuhandinga over to our dear speaker for today, Mrs. Monica Rubombora Atiki. So mkaire kanuna ningenda kuhandinga over to her, then she will be the one raising today's program from the start until the end. Mukama abaho mugisa nimukubuliriza. Atiki, I officially hand over to you to introduce yourself and proceed with today's program.
Otyo muna puli iwe ilirwota puli
Ndikurungi Atiki webale kunda mukyaho
nayo ninkora mukyaho hano muka ni mbalizo ndagamba ke mukichumbiro kyange. So I'm sitting on the kitchen table. Amanye ekichumbiro amajugabiro bino bagombeka. The kitchen table no abantu bamara obwire bwingi. So the family finds itself sitting around the kitchen table because that's where all the activities are taking place. Nanyo no hondi sazin ntubaramuke tuli ni bazanaye kuruga Johannesburg, South Africa. Nayo apuli webale muno kunyeta kuja kubaza programu yawe mwenkuru. Amabara gange ni Monica Akiki Rubombora teba mwenda unsta. So ndinzaro ya Tooro unazairo nkazarwa Buhinga Hospital abazaye bange akamba ikara harukoto ifo yekikali yaho. And then throughout my career, I mean my early life, abako isenyo akaba permanent secretary wa Tooro Kingdom, but later on afoka district commissioner and was transferred from district to district. So my whole childhood nkagimana ni nturubata furuka almost every 2 years. So nkasomera Jinja, Soroti, Mbale, Dilira, throughout the country. So I had a good exposure of the country. Then Surgat Setolinga Mwenge Titi Mukunyi, that's where my childhood home is. Zero Mugonza Wange, Dr. William Rubombora, over 30 years ago, to Gaitwa, Hamamfurka Ngaruka, South Africa. But east-west home is best. So like in Kaiwe ni manya nkoli Abu Dhabi Apuli, but okay, in a connection, a very strong connection at Tooro. You have a very strong connection at Tooro.
Yes.
Connect kiso kwao because of our interest in our homeland. Kiso kwao. Obusomo bwingi obwana nkozoro mbitongole bingi bya government bya bank, insurance, technology. Then emyaka 8 ige yahoireho na chwamuntu kantandike kwekozesa abokuba. I will tell you what, nobokufoka employee ota. You cannot. Today's topic is about the wealth code. So accumulating wealth when you can help other people as an employee achieve their dreams. Okay? You will help other people as an employee achieve their dreams. but not your dreams. I don't know if that is clear. Ubako nokora abandi no ikaroleki uli mukozi. But anyway, I decided that I want to become an employer. So today, one of the books that I write about, I've written 7 books. To the 6 of them have been in English. One of the most difficult books to write. Tumanyira muno rujunka nito twatwikera heri amahanga tutumaze emyaka nka 30 obundi orulimi rwaitu orutoro rugumangana muno kurubaza. But reason I wrote that Tooro book, which is a novel which is available in the library in Tooro. All my books are available in Kabarole library. I donated them. They are available. So no excuse ngo ebitabirio biri no bookshop for sale, but they are free ones. In all the 7 books are available in Kabarole library, including the very popular one, Ekibeta, 40 amazing crater lakes to visit in Tooro before you die. Nikibazahe bijongo bitu byone bya Tooro. The lakes that are in that book are more than 40. Betuka komambe makumia an habokumo bwire bwa lockdown. Of Kansango Muko. So I decided that I'm going to utilize that time. We went and took photographs against Bange Apuli Guayaka Peter na Boke Womez Alfred Twaterefsani with my family members, and we made sure that we documented those lakes and told our story. So there is wealth in books. Obokubota handikire otatere kintu mkihandiko nikiungama abantu baitu batoro tuine kwega koraki kuhandika. If you don't write and you rely on memory only, oral history only, nakitikirikibi, but it gets forgotten. Nothing beats ink on paper. Nothing beats ink. So nanyoka kwa ni mpumura kero kyun. Guess what? I know that my message will still be available to the rest of the world. That's the power of writing. One of the books, kitabu ekyokubanza tuenda kubaza kino nikiba kweta The Wealth Code. Small Habits to Prosperity. The Wealth Code. Small Habits to Prosperity. It's a self-help book. Omukitabu ekikantandike kubazaho maybe nkatandika ekitabo kinimbazaho ebyo kubyala emiti naha story y'emiti yaitu omu Africa muno kweri so important. One, because I want to think globally, I started by looking at the palm oil tree. The palm oil tree in Nigeria. Manya palm oil tree egyo tukagisoma muno mu geography. Baiteke omuti yogo bagukozesaga kurugayo mu kingdoms za Nigeria za West Africa, you know, over emyaka 15 hoiro. Palm oil was so crucial in omukamo bwaira obwa Nigeria. Bagukozesaga omkuombeka, bagukozesaga magita, bagukozesaga to light even streets. They had street lights in Nigeria, in Benin, those Benin kingdoms. They had street lights, Bakosaga palm oil tree. And one of the reasons why that palm oil tree, of course, had Bakosaga chumba, Bakosa umbiokulio magita kwesi sirizo muisoke, you know, na hati nga isoke riangeli, I use palm oil. It's natural. Haskin, I use palm oil, that oil. So it is very powerful in that way. But kwa Norora, why the palm oil is very, very crucial is because omuti yogo gukora gumare myaka 12 gutakafiri, you know, it lasts over 120 years omuti yogo. So it's very crucial in that way, that it is long standing. It lasts no so kugweta omuti yogo no gugweta abajukuru bawe ndabagusanga. Just like Let me take some water. Ombwira bwa corona obwahweireho. There was something important that happened in Uganda. Hakabariho emiti enkuru muno ebakweta mutatembwa. Mutatembwa. Mutatembwa niyo kozire Covidex kongera omuko. Oige emiti nka ya mutatembwa egyo. Etwakozire ntumanya nturora buli kiro. Omuti kwija kukura kugubyara kwiza kimu gukuzire. It can go up to 70, 80 years. Omuti gw'omutoma, it's 70, 80 years. You know? So bokwa notekereza abantu nko kubabyara emiti egi. Tebakubyara buno bukalitubusi bokubyara myaka musanjo okutemere. Babyara emiti ekugenda kumara nomanya ngu iwe omuzaire oboraga ibyara to kujya gerora n'abana bato bakujya gerora abayijukuru bantu bakujya gerora emiti egi. You know? So abazaire baitu n'abasenkuru itu bakabaina ogwo omutuma ogwo kutekereza far beyond themselves. And for me, when I'm talking about wealth, tuina kutekereza that abasenkuru itu nko kubatekerezaga nikyo oba no yombeka no banotekerezaho kuombekera abayijukuru. Wealth, that's now principle lesson number 1. Wealth is for the grandchildren. Tubuli bugaiga bwawe. Nikyo nahandikira mu kitabu kyange, The Wealth Code. Ngobu kwa notekereza kutunga n'ebintu bitungo oina kutekerezaho abayijukuru, not beyond yourself. Omanya haro bagamba ngu Scotland baina kigamba kibagamba, the father buys, I'll read it here, the father buys, the son builds, the grandchild sells, and his son begs. The father buys, the son builds, the grandchild sells, and his son begs. I don't know what noketegereze. Muzaire no yombeka, muzaire no gura, umutabana wao na yombeka, omujukuru wao na abuguza, hama umutabana w'omujukuru wawe na atandika kufoka maskini. Abachina bagamba wealth never survives 3 generations. Nkimanyisi bora aguyombeka itungo habarakira abayijukuru bawe ndi balihoiraho. Why should that happen? If you start thinking about wealth creation, aba West Africa, aba Benin kingdoms, kubatekereza hago palm tree baguyara gomuti ngwija kugenda ngwegendo mu maiso kugiza kimu habayijukuru. Kakuba oba no genda ngudo zaitu no genda towards Jinja, towards the border ya Busia. It's the same story. Noro emiti nyingi ibabyeyi manya musajja no yibali ngebere akabyala emiti nyingi, emiti egi akagibyala 70 years ago. Musajja wakahumura batege emiti ekyaro. So we should be thinking about wealth in long-term views. Kakwa nora Bible, Proverbs 13:12. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Osemere itungo lyao kulirekera abana babana bawe. Basically your grandchildren. Nuko Bible yakugamba. So it is a principle that we used to use in Africa through oral tradition. Tutabahandikira nokubahandika tukatumanyire the purpose of wealth. It was for the grandchildren. Abajungu yatuletire Bible twasanga hey nabakihandikiro betikaruganka itukatukino red. Ekyakabiri, lesson number 2. So lesson number 1, wealth is for the grandchildren. The lesson number 2 yinkubazaho omukitabu kino ningamba itungo lirugo omukubyara, you know, iravuli otwasiga goburo mwenge oko wasigaho gembibo eyaki for the next season. Tolyambibo bagamba tolyambibo enenjara no bwekube kutireta. You do not eat your seed, okay? Not everything grows from seeds. You do not eat your seed. Tolyambibo yawe So when you think about wealth, think about the seeds ezokwahura omazire kusugoburo mwagesa mwamara. Guess what? Mumazire kugesa umulio muheri ya Christmas musemererwa baitu embibo togirya toso kutunga itungo noli embibo yawe, you know. So you think about wealth like that what you pay attention for bokwa norora embibeg habwaki ogyahora abaki abazere baitu bagyahoraga. They knew the importance of embibo. So when you're thinking about that, when you're paying attention to a seed, something like a seed, because you're thinking of multiplying, because you're thinking of the next season, okay? Bagamba, what you pay attention to grows. If you pay attention to embibo, if you pay attention to your grandchildren, whatever you pay attention to grows. Bagamba, money follows attention. If you don't pay attention to money, it will not grow. That's the important thing. So a seed is very, very important. Okay? Obukwano byara palm oil rundi mutatembu rundi mujwamata. All those are trees that are long lasting. Okay? Ekiakasatu number 3 now. Lesson number 3. Wealth is about soil, itaka. Itaka eryo nayo inakwetwara nkitaka. It's not just itaka lya hills. Nayo inakwetwara nkitaka because you have to plant in you. You have to invest in you. So wetwali iwe as a human being ngu olitaka kandi embibo bogireta oinagiete kama nukweka koraki ekakura, you know. So if itaka nho embibo bagiteka itaka niwe. That's the key message. That if nkirugira obokubyara embibo nyingi omuitakeyo, that's what you reap next year. Ha Christmas kakubyara embibo ya uburo hati kakubosiga nibyorali ha Christmas. Ekitaleke tukuja kutunga obugenge busemire busaki ha Christmas. So the type of soil matters. Kakuba ogendo katandika kwesisa okanywa amarwa, that you are soil now. Nonywa amarwa, nonywa enjahi, no sibo mbara, guess what? You reap what you sow. Niko mjungi agambe, you reap what you sow. What you sow in the seed, in the soil, omuitaka. So itaka kakuwa lilivi. Toso kukurabs, you know? Toso kukur. Haro muri bankukora maguru okuni haro ebintu byange ndukora project yange yinyine uko. Nkagenda na tunga contractor museija akasomera kichwambo. Museija muto unambaina ngo nwagenda for contractor wange. Na iralikira. Akali museija muto. Nyoka baninsera contractor wali experience bangambira ngo nu engineer. Taka iwe Nankama iwe uwe engineer kaputungade. Iwe na experience iwe. Yangambira ati umanyire mama nyowe nkasomera kichwambo ndi contractor. Baitu nkamara diploma yange ya engineering emyaka 8 yehwere hegyo. Kurugamara kukora diploma egyo mbere ni tinkatungaga ekiro na kimwe ekinyo which I have never missed a day. Tinkosaga kiro na kigamba kibere kimbuzi where I've never worked. Mbere ni nkora buli kiro for the last 8 years without fail, including Sunday. So I know ndora ndumuto, but I have so much experience, you know. I have so much experience. Webagyo ingenda kusoma to upgrade to a degree. Bitu nkokumubaino msaijo gumeni kora na kumale myaka 2 hati. He is far better than people by a degree. Is a makerere, you know. Hama agenda ya semez atino gama tingina no ndumusaija mutu ya nyara bank account ya nyolak atnoror ntani nkora for the last 8 years. My jaw nearly dropped. His bank balance was powerful. A young man, very young man, very impressive. Interview now. What he has been investing, you know. So when kuba nimbaza hitaka nimba zaho that seed kakwa no juko mu Bible babazaho imbibe ibanagira hamabale imbibe baragira mu itaka lya mabale nirindi imbibe iba yairo mu itaka lirungi. This man he used himself as soil. Ekyakana nimba nyobwire mbuja kutugenda ubwingi muno. Lesson number 4 yinkubazaho mu kitabu. If you want the details, you can go and read about it. Lesson number 4. If you don't work, you don't eat. You know? Haro 2 Thessalonians, and manyere apuli abelo kanobazaho muno edin. I like it, talking about it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 10 gamba, if you are not willing to work, you should not eat. If you are not willing to work, you should not eat. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 10. Oborata kwenda kora tosemere kulya busa. Kaneke nkigambira n'abana bange oboranta kwenda kuyimuka mu kitabu at the crack of dawn omusana kutakusango byamire. The sun should never catch anybody in bed. You should always beat the sun up. Ira nko batugamba gito so kubyama ukagujagira obwira bukakya and izoba likimuka kyabyamire. The sun should never catch you still in bed. You should be up and about. So if you are going to obukwano genda kukora na amani obukwano yitaga kutunga itungo eyo mbongo neryo munsi byona, it's all valid. You should put in the work. If you don't work, you should not eat. Mwana baratar kwenda kukora kuimuka akale kitabu. That's another important topic by the pool. Next time you call me, let's talk about kwale kitabu. Kuimuka kale kitabu. How important kuimuka kale kitabu is to building wealth. It baskasanga ngumuntu waimuka kale kitabu ki is very likely to become a wealthy person. No kimanyeki. I just came across it until people who make their beds in the morning are more likely to become successful in life than those who don't make beds in the morning. That's a whole different topic, and I'll give you examples next time we talk. So obokuwa no tekereza kora kuteka mwamani. You know, haro msaijo beta Malcolm Gladwell nkamtanganira Boston. I actually met him in person. Nekitabu kyange nkinhano yakisaininga yakuteka autograph. Akahandika kitabu kweta Outliers, the story of success. Yagama ikinte kweta mkitabu mahali kwa gamba 10,000 rule, the 10,000 hour rule. He says in that book, the key to success is spending time and effort practicing a skill for 10,000 hours. If you want to become good at something, if you want to become good at something, kwa noenda kole kintu kurungi muno, oine kutekamu esaha umutwaro. You know what that means? 10,000 hours, oine kutekamu 10,000 hours doing a specific piece of work, acquiring a specific skill. 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours translates to what? Emiaki kumi, roughly, there and about 10 years. Hata bukolora abantu benindora tennis just before I came here. Omsaija singire tennis is 34, Djokovic. Omsaija started playing that tennis atakakize miaki kumi. He's there winning tournaments miaka satunian. Now Omsaija imukiro all of a sudden. Akatanka kusinga when he was a bit maybe 10 years back. But you forget about Serena Williams, Venus Williams, Tiger Woods. Abo bono borora na bafokere famous. Omsaija imukiro foka famous. Kumanya how many hours they've put in. Hamilton wakuvuga Grand Prix race akasinga. How long was he riding? Omsaija akatandika ine miaka, Tiger Woods akatandika kutera golf ine miaka ena, Serena Williams akatandika ine miaka ena, Hamilton akatandika kuvuga motoka ine miaka musanju. Hati no warabali, they are 20s, 30s, Serena's 40s still winning. Ino gamba, nubo bakatandika ira kukora, trying to refine a skill. So if you are going to wake up morning camp kirhan, hamogama nubo yimuka moneka no mwamoro numanya akiki moneka yatandikire gukora. Do you really know when I started working? Tinyumukire nkamara gateka kiombe care groups. And that's a projects orundi byombe. I didn't come start yesterday. I didn't even start 10 years. I'm on the other side of half a century. I'm on the other side of my 50s. I never started the other day. I think yesterday, I decided to put a post on Facebook. How come until I realized that the impact of what I put, the story I put on. We've stayed in this house for 25 years. Naroro tutanikiro munju mun tuizire tutungire loni tuina furniture tuina kitwagama mangiri tinkwenda kuikara na loan ya banki katuginige loan abana bararaga hansi naito twararaga hansi tuina tabu yo kubyama but we managed to put in every earning and clubbed that loan twagimara, and we became debt free very early. That means that you are able now to leverage what you have and grow. And since then you expand. So nkongama bokorara umuntu nakora angunubo yatandika toibire key message here. Toibire sente za government, your ethics are clean. You'll never ever find a hint of scandal around my wealth building. Never. We work genuinely as a family. That's the other strength that we have to talk about in wealth building. How it is important to grow as a family. It should be family wealth that expands beyond your generations. So lesson number 4, hard work, put in the hours. Because of our success in later life, you look back and look at footprints. Success leaves footprints. Okay? Hanyuma mbalizeho ikintu kya family. Ningamba omkitabu kimpandikire, there are many lessons and we'll go as far as we can until we tackle what we can ebintu muri busanga omkitabu. Ekini ngamba into wealth is about human capital. Ira buli nkagana na soma hekitabu, and you know, as you can tell, I read a lot. I also write a lot, but I read a lot. About 15 years ago, nkagana soma hekitabu kweta Family Wealth, Keeping It in the Family. It's by James Hughes. If you want to go and find it, it's available online. You can buy it. So nkagana natunga kino kitabu na kisoma kyagamba how families nkokwita maka tusemere kutekerezaho ebintu byentahya ebyo tuina kutekerezaho as tubijukwire. It's heritage, we've inherited it. We have to think about it as a legacy. What are we leaving behind? No, what are you leaving to your community, your family, your society kwikaramu? Kakwa notandika kutekereza hebe byona ngu itungo lyao lyone byentahya byona byone byoyine. Okay? Bine oina kutatekereza sente zonka. Toina kutekereza individual materials zonka. You also have to think abantu. Ebyentahya is also about people. You know, human people, human capital. Abajungu benda kieta human capital. But ngamba nitekerezaho eka yawe, you are the parent, ndhanu na iba nyowe atuoke nyine na abana bange, okay? Babiri. We are 4. But I cannot be happy. Tinsobora kusemererwa kakuba nyina nyo nabona bagenzi bange nababona abana bagenzi bange nababona abanyine ntonyo abayisento nyo nababona. You will never be happy unless your extended family runo gendo kanisa no sanga omahule nabona. You can't be happy. You can't be happy ni tungo lyao. You know, your community. Kanebe Tooro tukatubine byo kukorahamu ningijoka ntukora mwenge ntugenda kugesa uburu twagendaga buri musiri tubanza kutandika umusiri bw'umutahi tumara tumara tugenda in another family tugesa until they come home now to guess over. That's how you do it. You do it as a community, and it goes faster. So you can, that part of wealth building as community begins in Huamu. Begins in Huamu. To soksemerero kagaigaharo taliftingire without lifting your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, or Uganda, ekiaro kiawe. It takes a village to raise somebody, and you should think about wealth in both Tugamba horizontal, which is in your family, Iwe, your husband and children, but also vertically. Iwe, so it's you, and then Abantu. I'm trying to extend, I don't know if you can see me here. So basically it's vertically and horizontal. So kwa notekereza obe notekereza vertically and horizontal. Ginwena mwine kwimkira hamu. Habokuwa omaka gaitwom, we are gifted differently. No sango muntu ondi aina magezgo ku to keep our family together, you know. Nuwa yeta meeting, nuwa dealing na conflict, nuwa agenda kukwirukira no oguna ine exembo ona ine exembo kyo kusaba nyumanyiro mukayita harimo abantu amanyiro kusaba ngonza kumuntu kusabera no amanyiro kuteresumo akagenda akasaba haro abayini tungo lyentashya, you know. So each one has a different seed, gift amongst them, but there are also those who are needy, and it's our responsibility to make sure that we look after them. Haro wealth ebyentahya ebiri omumagezi g'omumutu, people who are intellectually gifted, you know. So abantu mukoma makagaitu harimo abayinaga magezi agentahya kutsemire kugenda tukabeka guza tukarora umuntu ahanura kurungi rundi asomere rundi nwe doctor rundi nurse rundi musomesa. So kakuba itwena to investiga into our intellect nka itona twina kwega ebitu byentashya bene ebintu bya center eno for many ito twakoraga bagambaga leka kwemanyiza center nkija kusisa, you know. You are not supposed to know to talk about money kintu kikuswaza omwisiki kiramona abana babisiki ale ko muri rwa center. It's how well money in my view, money is a tool. And we should get it. We should aim to get it. We should not be shy and say money is a root of all evil. You know, money is a root of all evil. No, stani eruga. No, it's a tool. Nikisana agenda kulima kahimbe mfuka. Toso kutura kagenda kulima utaina mfuka yokulimisa. That's how we should approach ekigamba kya sente. We should all learn about what the value of money is and invest in knowing how to use it. Habokuba no sango muntu yagenda yatunga loan mu bank yasimba hitaka enju ekibanja but tamanyira ko ku loan yegera akora nyuma next time, you know, enju bagitwire itaka balitwire. You should know things like interest rate, debt, money, loans, basic finance. Everyone should learn about basic finance. We should all invest in that education. They don't teach our children about investments and money. So that's the only way you will be a good steward, if you know about money. The other thing I like talking about is social wealth. I'm like a bit before. Being known for something in your community, social wealth. Oina kumanywa, you know, oina kumanywa, newa oina kumanya. That is wealth. Tungo kumanya no kumanywa. Orora abantu bagenda to attend some events. No kagusa why you need to be available. If you are not present, you will not get opportunities. Nkibazanti is that importance of being present. To get wealth, you need to be present. Oina kubaho. An opportunity will come if you are present. So if you are part of the community, only no kuonyera in various ways. You just katunga a very unfortunate accident Tooro ya link bus. Abantu bakabonabona muno. Na hatu bakyali omwirwaro babonabona. What have we done? And that's not just one example. What have we done? Omuntu no watamwina obuzale. What have you done to contribute to our community? To inspire, to lift, support in many various ways. So that's what I call social wealth. Oina kumanya, no kumanywa, hanyuma oina kukonyera. You know, it's the best way to kumanya no kumanyo, by being helpful without expecting anything in return. Okay? So that's very, very important. Ekine kino kubazaho ntu okwano bazaho ekigambo kiyo kyebyentahya no kutunga kuno. It has to have a purpose. I know I'm putting that towards the end, but it should have been at the beginning. Wealth is about purpose. You have to have a purpose in life. What is your reason for existence? I don't I think somewhere. What is the definition of purpose? It is the reason for which something is done or created and for which something exists. So you can't pursue wealth if you don't know what its purpose is in the first place. You know? Hati imagine tanikele no organic rwange rwa palm oil tree or miti mjwamata mtatembwa nibyo ntanikele nabye abazaire baita babyeire miti yegyo atu bale bazaire in fact abasenkuru witu ababyeire miti yegyo, they were planting it for the great grandchildren. Tenukonga mbirege hati you imagine izero mwijukuru wagitema tuwagigaraho. What are you thinking? What was the purpose before? You wagitema tuwaingera kubyalindi. What are you thinking? What are you thinking about your future generation? So you have to think about that what is this for? Why did my grandfather plant this tree 70 years ago? Palm oil tree 120 years ago. So that helps you to think about purpose. Why are you doing something? Hawaki no kora ekintu, you know? Itona tugenda ntusera ekituralia kirokino ekituraachumba kirokino, you know? It's good, but if you can get caught up ndalia kirokino, you don't think ndalia kinyenke ndalia next year. Abana bange baralia ki umwaka obundabantaru. That's how you need to think about it. So you need to stop being in this grind. Soboro blikiro no soboro bitu embibo naye no gihano giteka rubengo dutanka gis, you know, that shouldn't be like, that's not how we should be thinking about it. So bokwa no tekerezaho itungo lino tekereza very higher purpose, no tekereza how to grow, what is important to you, no tekerezaho I need family eka. Family, wealth to be preserved in the family, in the hands of the family. You know, don't be taken up by that. Make it your purpose to make sure that the family is pulling together for the same thing. You use your wealth for unity, to help provide unity in your family, in your community. No kwimukia abantu bandi omukayawe and the extended family and the community. Kila mune kayabo kube kayawo kubeta tekaine toso konyera abandu. Ekyo can testify that ekayawo borabotagiye mukize ekaguma ukagiteka musinge ogugumire toso kwimuka kukonyera abandu. Okay, so that's very important. And ekyo kumalira nikyo busaho binu byone bimbalizeo, they cannot happen if your wealth is not faith-based or kubetarum kwikiriza. So you can do all these things if it's not based in a higher power, higher than you, in the kingdom. Your wealth should be kingdom-based, you know. It will go to naught, you know. Habakwa ruhanga nuwatuha kandi nuwatwara. When you are doing bine bintu byono ino kubi kwasawe, you know, because it needs to be faith-based. So abantu abatagama amajya kutwoleka nko kuturaga igahara in my book. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the little things you need to do to grow your wealth and your family wealth and keep it in the family on a foundation of faith. Nkwenda kugarukira a puli oburabo inene. Any questions okwenda to put to me, please do so.
Okay, webale muno omugenyi waitu wakiri kumuna, webale muno speaker waitu owakiri kumuna akiki Monica Rugombora. Shemerire muno for very important information that you have delivered to our Tooro people. You are not only widening our horizon, but you are creating destiny in people's lives, because education is very important. Education is the key. Actually, when I was starting this program, Voice of Tooro from the Diaspora, in my mind, my major focus, my key objective was to create a platform for raising ideas for Tooro community development. So, and the key idea which can help our people to grow is through education programming. Because in the future, what you have to do is not only to give him money, but to take your child to a better school, to help your child to study and graduate is one of the key secrets that you can invest in your child to be a better person tomorrow. So I see that our people need the education. Like you see today's teaching is very inspiring and very educative. Thank you very much once again. Webale muno akenyi Monica. Webale muno habukusobora okubaza hamulaite. Webale muno kusomesa abantu baitu ba Tooro na muno bano abali live on this broadcast. Hariho abantu abakufollowinga every Sunday. I encourage you not only to follow us, but just be a student and your life will never remain the same again. I like also appreciate people who are live on our YouTube channel, Akim TV. I like to appreciate people who are live with us on Akim TV Facebook page. I like to appreciate people who are live with us on Abel Krikaida International Ministries social media platforms. Mwebale muno mukama wangu mugisa mweyongera following every Sunday. There is a very insightful guest that is coming. I can recognize Izeki Omsomesa Oti. He's a celebrity artist that is in Bunyoro Kingdom, Masindi. He's live here on this broadcast. I can see Kajura Bernard. Sebo webale followinga mukama akuwa mugisa. Murungi Jackson Ivan, thank you very much for following. These people are the ones commenting on our programs and appreciating you for a very important teachings and for delivering a very important information for free of charge on this broadcast. Then I think I like also to go in hints. I will welcome our guest for today, our speaker for today, to give like closing remarks. Like to give her personal information if you like to contact her, or if she has actually some businesses, and most of the businesses are helping people of Tooro. So she will also share to us one of her businesses, such that we can also go forward. Maybe there is some customers that are interested to purchase her services. Maybe there's some people who need to work for her. Maybe there is some people whom she will sponsor in future. So we will need her contact information as our closing remarks. But before I hand over to her the microphone to make the closing remarks, I'd like to review, to revise for you some of the things that she has talked about in only 2 minutes. Kunihira Caroline, I have seen you wherever connecting Harmonize Live on Facebook. Mukama Kumugisa. She's one of our speakers also. She's the founder of Young Mothers uh, 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 organization. So she helps young mothers, she guides them, she teaches them, she sponsors them, and she puts on their smile on their face and their daughters. So she's moving around church to church, school to school, village to village, just meeting mothers. Even recently she has been in Uganda. She's moving the whole country. Thank you for always connecting with us. And she loves you so much, Akiki. There is one of our speakers who was here last month. He's called Mr. Reuben Kimombe Arari. He's the upcoming MP of Russia. So his wife loves you so much. So I started with his wife from primary 1 up to primary 7, Kiburara Primary School in Hakibale sub-county of Russia. So his wife is very beautiful. God bless him in a good way. Yeah. So he loved you so much. He saw your poster and he was like, you inspires him and he wishes you best of luck. So I like to also review very few points like she talked about. One is wellness should be preserved for future. So we should not focus on food for today. We should also plan for tomorrow. We should also be patient. We don't need things to happen immediately. The successful people you see, they did not get it from silver plate. There is a price they paid to become what they are today. That's why if a person writes a book, you are not losing, you lose nothing to buy it. I will support that person. So also she talked about the theory of the seed. That success is also determined by your investment. Actually, hariho church eyenyesere okuba one of the guest speakers on 19th of this May, and they gave me a topic to speak about greater things. And when I was studying this topic, Holy Spirit told me to speak on things related to success and prosperity. So I had planned the theory of a seed which we talked about today. So it is like you have given me more weight and understanding on it. So thank you very much, Umukuru wetu, one of our Tooro pioneer, Mama wa Batoro, Akiki, webale muno muno. So in the theory of the seed, kale life if you don't invest anything, you will not get the benefit. It is like, I give you example like a mango. Obo kubyara omuyembe kiro kinuna, obo olukuba hari ebintu ebisatu ebirikuvaho. Ekintu ekyokubanza obo oliba nogesa omuyembe nigujja kuba gutali gumu busa, gujja kuba kwihirweho baitu obo olikuba nogesa omuyembe gujja kuba gukuzire gwokere a tree, and the tree has a plenty of fruit. So never undermine anything you invest. And you have also to determine focusing, and whenever you have something like you have received some money, there is difference between a poor person and a rich person. Omuntu omunaku taba munaku nti atafuna opportunities, no, akafuna opportunities yazikozesa kurungi, oba he did not grab the opportunities. So abantu omuntu omugaiga n'omunaku omugaiga ekirinto bwafuna sente ze, maybe afunira omusaara, maybe ayina investment yakozere, ekyakora abanza akora asevinga atakakozere expenditure. No baba na saving, sometimes are saving a less portion that will not put him in crisis that will not affect his financial flow. But saving something on 6 accounts, then I possess the balance. But omunaku obwafuna akasente kele today, immediately atandikira kukozesa waitinga anti the remaining balance ni kwenjaja hule. So some of the principles of success. So it is very important to invest. So whenever you save, is like you are sowing a seed for your tomorrow. Like I give you example about msizoni yoburo. Kasita iwe abantu bona bali mukusiga oburo, iwe kasita otasiga oburo, it means at the time when people are harvesting, ekikumanyisa noija kuba otarukugesa. So you have to learn this. No, any opportunity, at every opportunity has its challenges. Challenges will never stop coming. So when you use opportunity and you plan for future, in that opportunity which you have got, it helps you and preserve for tomorrow. So shukuru muno. So every level has its Goliath. So very important. So I think the individual about the theory of the seed. If kasobyaro omuyembe nibwo okungura. So in 2 Corinthians they say if you sow suffering, you reap suffering. But if you sow generously, you reap generously. If you save something big, you harvest big. Wokubyala omuyembe gumu nofuna results of 1 mango. Wokubyala emiyembe 5 nofuna the harvest of 5 mangoes. So it is very important, and everyone can be a better person. That's why she said in her book that about the soil, that the soil must be you. To invest yourself, make yourself valuable. You can be anyone. You can be a great person. You can achieve any vision, but you need to do what it takes. And until you become, you have to increase only your value. So shukuru muno, webale muno atiki. Then also, she talked about putting God first. This is what has excited me. Oh my God. So she also talked about kwale kitabu. Abantu bakura kwale kitabu. Actually, akiti akibalizeho in form of idiom. Kwale kitabu. So, you have to wake up early. Early to raise makes a man healthy, and wise. So always be present, learn to fulfill your appointments, time management. Don't disappoint people if they invite you and you surely attend. So it is like Mbakweta interview, the job which will change your future. You become late, you don't attend the interview. So it is a very big step towards your failure. So I think you really widened my horizon. You really planted a great seed towards our Tooro community. We need people like you in our Tooro community. You're one of the best speakers on this program. And in our the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Fools despise the wisdom. Put God first, and everything shall be added unto you. Omuntu bwakuba natinda ruhanga namanya nti okunywa amagwa maingi muno kivi noja kusanga nti omulimo gwe guli preserved, noja kusanga family ye happy. Obaina nkokwito tukole ebyamahano mu kanisa atiki. The pastors, they are performing miracles in the church. Most people believe in us. So ekintu ekyakabiri oli naija kuija wena munaku wena ajaho abuzuru wa mulimo, then nogena psychologically no discovering and the source of his poverty, the source of his problems is alcohol. So orwanika his problem of alcohol. So amara kurwanika kite cha amaru kamuyambo kagamukuturaho akagaleka permanently because of believing in you, because of believing in God. Akagarugaho akamukwaho community and friends who are dragging him to alcohol and bad relationships. So wakamala akagaleka hamulimo akaguruminga akaba successful. Omuka akapoka happy nonje kula nagambo Averikirikeja church, there is miracles, there is money, there is prosperity, there is this. Alright. But the secret is just to put God in front. So, nimbagondeze kile kirungi naja handing over to you Atiki. Kindly give us closing remarks and you share us your details mukama kumugisa.
Otyo munapuli webale ku again ku nyeta kwija program yawe. Last time kakugambira nti gunu mugisa ruhanga kuhaire neyo kugena no kwataho buli muntu where this broadcast reaches. Yes, technology kuonyire but technology taina muntu tekorabs. So you have received this gift of outreach on your side with Diaspora TV. It is kisembo kirugero mu ruhanga, and even if it touches just one person, even if your program reaches just one person and creates an impact. Nikiambeni ngamba umanye ubenimba zaho wealth code. You saw the one that I talked about, being able to impact your community. That's wealth building. So ebientahe kanyiro wao habokuba ogenzere weka wherever you are, from wherever you are, ulioka Abu Dhabi, nyowe on the bottommost corner tip of the continent of Africa, and there is no other continent below us apart from snow on Antarctica. And you find that we are talking and communicating across the globe. That's powerful. That's powerful. Hanga kano kurorangu onambe watandikire ukabulwiro bugumire obwine oburwaire abantu bali omunju, and it became an opportunity for you to reach out with your message. So I can eximera ruhanga, as I say, ukakwankikwata umuntu wo muyenka akaihamu lesson out of to this pastor watumazire sahemu ntubazi umusahe giye mukako umuntu ayihamu amagezi, just one thing that they can go and implement nyencha ekyo kubanza kikwenda gambera abantu tomorrow when you wake up, do two things, only two things. Okyo kubanza omusana gutarugo gutakusanga obyamire, omusana gutakusanga mu kitabu. You should beat the sun up. That's number one. The second thing, and the only request, make that a habit. It takes about 70 days for a habit to become. Just get up and all of you make the bed together. You know, whoever gets out of bed last should make that bed. You know, so if you want to build wealth, number one, we'll talk about making the bed later in another program. I'll be very willing to come back to talk about that at some stage. There's even a book, by the way, Make Your Bed. So you can go, and I don't remember the whole title. It's Mseja Msurukala in the US Army. So just the two things: wake up before the sun gets up. Number two, yale kitabu. That's one path. You'll be on the path to wealth building. Nyoni kusima muno ni sabana na mkama kwebembere naba tuliriza kero kino mkama bebembere wiki erukwijege kuongeraho. It's a new week to kwase ruhanga so that he guides us and blesses us. Nimbagoneza again, it's a evening your number earlier. I'm sure you're much later than us. Nabamuka Uganda Nabatoro morale kurungi ntubagonzi twena kama simu. My contact details, my contact details. I decided to actually make my website exactly made out of my names. I have other several websites, but I want to promote the one that where I'm going to be communicating from the most. It is monicarubombora.com. Just as simple as that, www.monicarubombora.com. The reason I'm putting that, I have a very, very key summit about helping people write their books, helping people tell their story through writing their books, tell their story through a book. So I have a summit coming up 6th of June, and it will be free, but you have to register, and it will be done through my website. You'll see that numbers and abantu who have been successful in writing, and they have used their books as a foundation of their business. Just for the pleasure of it. Me, I believe in everything as a business. My writing is a business. So you can use your story to make a business. So that's what I'll be talking about for 4 full days in August. You have to register, but I'm going to put those details up on the website. Registration is free. There's no charge. I mean, the knowledge is free. Like we are sharing it. About this book that I talked about, a pool. No, but good. They are buying that book. But here I am. The key messages in that book for free. Same thing that I'm doing in June is for free. But at the back end, I get people to pay for it. I'm going to be paid for that summit. You know, that's why I don't believe in making something without getting paid. But when I get the offer like that, don't pass it on. monicarubombora.com is a website. I'll be going to put up the summit in June. First week of June, it will be there. It's called Publish Your Book Summit. It's a global summit. Ninja kubaza na abantu kuruga Australia, kuruga New Zealand, Netherlands, USA, China, India, UK, na South Africa and Uganda. Nina abantu babiri abakuruga Uganda kuja kubaza nabo omutora Dr. Patrick Singe. He's a monarch. He writes for about monarchs. Not he's a monarch. He writes about monarchs. He's there also. He's written over 14 books. Ninja kubangino mwisiki Muganda nwe Julie Kalungi na ikara UK on that summit. Our businesses through writing. How we have developed businesses through writing a book. How we have told our stories through a book, and that book is being used to grow our businesses and our authorship. So yeah, please keep register, and I'll only put the registration page in June. But also gendo karuaro tabyange mpandikira and you buy some. So yeah, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn. You can reach me through all that if you want to. Thank you.
Okay, mwebale muno abahuliriza baitu, mwebale mwena aba connected ham live on this broadcast. Mwebale muno Akiki for a very insightful teaching. We really appreciate you, and you are a very humble woman, because a very kind person like you to appreciate to be with us on this program. We really value you, and we appreciate you for investing your time to be with us on this broadcast. And we surely love you, and we wish you best of luck.
Thank you.
So, yes.
Thank you nababere mbahuliriza bona nimba sima mwebale kuija nokutuliriza, and God bless you too.
Ikipenda muna Akiki turakusindikira vizo takuja na South Africa ntijayo.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Akiki have a program to travel to South Africa by the end of this year, because I have been pursuing a degree in ministry with International Ministers University, which is based in South Africa. So I will be coming for graduation. Maybe I get chance and I see you physically.
Kala Puli will welcome you.
Yes.
Welcome
you. I would like to inform you that we are live on this broadcast every Sunday. Like this coming Sunday, we will be having Mr. Goodluck Robert, one of a very successful entrepreneur, very young man that is expertised in insurance, every kind of insurance. He was previously working for Tooro Kingdom. He has been traveling different countries, but his area of expertise is in insurance. So he will be with us next week, next Sunday. And also, the last Sunday of this month, we will have the best actress in the Tooro. She's called Jermaine. Very, very beautiful young lady. So she's going also to be working with us in Miss Tooro Beauty Pageant. So she's going to be live on this broadcast. I'm very sure you are going to be blessed. So I'm very sure very young men are going to be available because she's going to be live with us on Sunday of 29th. The best actress in Uganda, and she's in Tooro. So don't miss. She's having the program in different televisions in Uganda. So she's going to be live. Don't miss and invite others to be connected live with us. Then every first of every month, every first week of every month, we have Dr. Edward Apuri Mugisa, one of the best Mutoro doctor in Uganda. He has worked in best hospitals in Uganda, like Mulago Hospital, like Kadik Hospital, and he is presently living in Botswana. And he has clinics in Tooro, like Mpanga Market and other parts of Port Porto. So he's going to be, he's always live with us every first week of every month. Last week he was talking about diabetes and sugar, and he has a very insightful topic in the first week of June. So every second week we have Mrs. Monica Rugombora, Akiki, the mother of Tooro people, the mother of Tooro community, the most beautiful woman in Tooro. She's live with us every second week of every month. So in June Akiki ntijja kuba tusemererwa okukonekitinga hamwe naiwe obworabazaho mukware ekitabu.
Kale turarora. Yeah, we'll try.
Yeah, so I will be updating and following up with you. So nimbakubondeze kile kirungi. So this is the end of our today's program. So ninja kumalira program yaitu enuna nekizina. There is one of the best traditional dancer, traditional singer in Tooro. He's none than the other, Moses Kigambo Arali. So I will play his song as I'm closing today's program.
Okay, bye-bye.
bubi nikimansa polifano era ekirale kyawe kiraha ekirale bwina zibubi nikimansa polifano ekirale ekyomwebembezi wawe ekirale kyakolo kikaburanga hamwe mutombe ekirale ekyomwebembezi wawe ekirale kyakolo kikaburanga hamwe mutombe ekirale kyayo kyali kyamaani omu Uganda amahanga gagirorahoga kati kikawerekera kita Urukaya mwite tumbeke ekirale tugare Tooro mu byafaayo ekirale ky'okusomesa Tooro yali kyokuroraho Galihuma yali University ya Kitara hati mu matendekero abayituma b'ebyobulemi n'obutegeki kunuka gali matwale embuga hazitangatanganire emihanda yona noho yayolekera ekirale kyawe kiraha ekirale bwina zibubi nikimansa polifano ekirale ekyomwebembezi wawe ekirale kyakolo kikaburanga hamwe mukombe ekirale kyokutunga mwenge giyona gali makyokente ebyamakana ebibanja nyinekana kagongo kona baitu atinohura mpikiza ndabe omukampu n'omubiseni iwe nk'omuntu embura kandyo yombekenju osomesa abaana byala emiti andika ebitabo otere bizine ekirale ky'obumanzi ekinyakulinda ihanga abanyamwenge zalinjo kizibwa na muro ekirale kyawe senkulu ekirale kyawe kiraha ekirale bwina zibubi nikimansa polifano ekirale ekyomwebembezi wawe ekirale kyakolo kikaburanga hamwe mukombe ekirale oli mwebembezi weziringire kizibu kimaleho kyoleka ekirale kyawe abantu bakimanyire okamanze ochungule kitweka bazamazima tule kutero tasura kujinira okawerekerezi hanga kwenulisiriza nkuba kuheba hasa kukabembe nukusemeza abantu yumbekese nduto lunde chombe kuba kwitukege sakira abantu enkurakura natemo olugenda bakukura ekirale kyawe kiraha ekirale bwina zibubi nikimansa polifano ekirale ekyomwebembezi wawe ekirale kyakolo kikaburanga hamwe mukombe ekirale bagenzi bange busaho kintu kibiko kuba mwebembezi bakweka wekidinisa okarukuntebeki otaine ekirale barakwijukiraho kamukwebembera kwawe ekirale kyeka yanyu ekirale kyekika kyanyu ekirale ky'oluganda lwawe kiraha mugenzi wange kyekabuli oluganda olutaine ekirale murahire ruba lucweki ihanga litafiire yokombeka ekirale bampinye ligoromoka ekirale kyawe kiraha ekirale bwina zibubi nikimansa polifano ekirale